Hello, this is Lance, and I am doing a combination vlog and Long War mod install and update. So, yeah, a friend of mine was recently installing Long War. You guys have probably heard me mention him in a video or two. Gamer Under Development, another YouTuber who is also doing now a Long War series. And he kept asking me questions on how I loaded my mods and everything. And you know what? And I said, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a vlog, basically explaining how I do this while I do it. I have not updated for I think 2 versions now, because I think I'm on Delta 2, and I'm about to update to 15. I'm sorry, 15F. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started in doing this. Okay, so one of the very first things you need to do, well, at least what I do, is I will go ahead and I uninstall the Long War mod. I do this, by going into the programs and features. And here, it's already done, so because I don't want to bore you guys with doing stuff that takes a long time. You just go in here, you select it, you click uninstall, you wait for it. It takes like 5 seconds, maybe less. Yeah, probably about 2 seconds, and you're done. And then you want to go ahead and you want to open up Steam. Go to your library. Yes, now you can see everything that I've got. Go into Properties, Updates, Local Files, and Verify Integrity of Game Cache. It'll go through and it'll find any files that are corrupted or changed, and as Long War changes a bunch of files, it'll find them and it will re-download those files so that it is complete vanilla. Right now, I could sit down and I could play vanilla XCOM, not play with that Long War. But what fun is that? I'm kidding. XCOM was a great game. XCOM Long War is just a better one, in my opinion. So, anyway. So the very next step you're going to want to do is actually install your Long War mod. Yeah, that is actually not to the game. That's actually to my Long War folder, because I was doing so much stuff in here that it just was taking me forever. So anyway, I've already downloaded it here. You guys should know where to get this. If not, then I will drop this in the description. It's actually in the description of all of my Long War vids. But anyway, I'll put it in there anyway. And run. Yes, of course. Next. Yep, normal place. Yes. Okay, enemy within, of course, English. Install. Alright. And we'll wait for this. Does not take very long. It's a lot of files, but they're fairly small files. Well, maybe not with all these new voices, but it still doesn't take all that long anyway. Nope, I don't need to read me. Done this enough times. Okay. Now, the very next thing I'm going to want to do is actually install mods. I have not actually gotten up to doing the Long War installer by Eclipse 666. That's his Reddit name. That's usually what I think of him as. But anyway, yeah. So it's I have a bunch of his mods. I haven't done this one. I only recently heard about it, so I haven't had a chance to mess with it. So I don't really want to do that for this vid. But I'm just going to go ahead and go to my Patcher GUI. Run Patcher GUI. That's good, so we're going to go ahead and browse to my mod files, which right here are my Patcher GUI mods. I'm going to go ahead and start with this one. This is the one that allows me to do the colors, the armor and health colors in the red and gold. I've already got the red and gold settings right here, so all I got to do is apply. Next up, yeah, see it creates this uninstaller file for those who don't know. The Enhanced Tactical Info, this is another one by Eclipse 666. Apply. This is actually a slightly updated version. I'm not sure what the updates are, probably just like a couple bugs or something like that to the one I had. I couldn't see anything in the description that said what it was different, but anyway. The Exalt reminder that sets me a scan reminder. I'm going to go with default settings on that because I haven't really played with it long enough to know if it's too long or too short. Okay, good. This is my Gaussian red fog, standard 1 out of 4. I think there's an updated version, but I just like this way this one works, and so rather than experimenting with a different version, I'll just go ahead and stick with what I know. Okay. And finally, quiet Bradford, because the guy talks too much during Exalt missions. I wish I could shut him up at other times, but hey, you know, I'll take what I can get. And that's it for all of my Patcher GUI mods. Next up is, we're going to go ahead and go back here to my mods, and we're going to get the default name list. This is an expanded version of the default name list. I should have, see, what is it? I think it's in here. Alright. Yeah, so I've opened it up off screen in 7-zip, and I'm just going to go ahead and drag this ini file in here, copy and replace, and therefore now I've got a much larger, in fact, hang on real quick. Yes. Oop. Ha. Okay. Apparently, doing an undo actually deleted it. Well, anyway, it's still a much larger file, so let's go ahead and drag that back in there, because definitely don't want to be breaking the game without having a name list. Back to mods. Okay. Next up, nickname list. Now, I originally had this Chrome Weasel nickname list, and I expanded it myself, and I created this comma separated value file, because I do an awful lot of stuff in Excel just to automate simple tasks. This allows me to, just choose the names and stuff in here. Anyway, but all I really got to do is I just take this, copy it. Oh, I'm sorry, you don't see it. So, yeah, I forgot I have this on the other side. So I have this Excel thing. I just went ahead and put everything in here, and it allows me to just go in here, choose where the nicknames come from. I can do the numbering easier. Rather than going in here and modifying this whole thing right here, I just have all of these here, and then I just, go to the very top. Okay, it's a crap ton of nicknames. There we go. And then I just copy them all, minimize that down, go into common, nope, sorry, wrong place. I think this is under localization, right? I think it's under Xgame. I'm getting int. I think this is where it's at. So, Nick. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Name. Here we go. And then what I do is I just take here all the way down to the very bottom of this. Come on, come on. Delete and paste. And there's my new list. And then I'm going to go ahead and save this. I think there's another file in here, so I'm not going to go ahead and I'm not going to close that out just yet. I think some of the rank names are actually in there. So, what is it? Let's see. PFC. Yeah, here we go. As you guys have probably heard me mention a whole bunch of times, I'm in the Army, and I've never been a big fan. I love Long War guys. This isn't an indictment of them at all, but I don't like the way they did the rank names. So we're starting with. So I'm just going to go in here. We got private, first class, see, I mean, here's the thing. I'm just going to go ahead and undo this real quick. Private, first class, specialist are Army ranks. Lance Corporal is a Marine rank. Corporal, that's, different. That's everybody. Sergeant, everybody. Tech Sergeant is Air Force. Gunnery Sergeant is Marine Corps. Mass Sergeant is Air Force and Army. And it's just, it's kind of across. It's just kind of scattered, and I understand they probably did that on purpose because they wanted this to be not just an army force. This is a multinational and multi-force elite force. But it doesn't really make sense because this is an E3, this is an E4, this is an E3, this is an E4, E5, E6, E7, I think, yeah, E7, E8. So yeah, it's just, I don't like it, so I go ahead and I change everything. So, that's how that works. And I change this to Staff Sergeant, which, for those who are keeping track, is my actual rank. I am a Staff Sergeant E6 in the Army. First class. And Master Sergeant we keep the same. Now we go for the abbreviations. C. Specialist, Corporal Sergeant. SSG. One thing I also like about the Army is that all of our rank abbreviations are 3 letters. Three characters. Whereas the Marines and the Air Force they have 3 and they have 4, and it's just it's a personal preference. We'll just leave it there. Now, this is it for the enlisted ranks, but I actually have to go someplace else. Where is it? I think it's XCOM strategy game. And this is where I find the officer ranks, and that is my cat in the background. I don't know why she's meowing. I know she's got food and she's got water, but if you can hear it, sorry. Anyway, so... Yeah, that's taking too long. Colonel. Yeah, here we go. Mostly I just get crazy about these because I think these need to have 3 letters. I can't really do lieutenant because in the Army it's first lieutenant, second lieutenant, so it's 1 LT, 2 LT. So LT is the only one I leave 2 letters because LTN and stuff like that just seems funky. So there we go. That's done. And now we go into... I think it's out of localization. We go to config, XCOM game, no, default game core, DGC. Ooh, that's fun looking. Okay, what was it? Rookie. That's how I usually find. Here we go. Armor colors. I go ahead and I leave rookies the color that they are. One sec. See, yeah, for my personal reference, I have this, which tells me the numerical codes for the armor colors I use. So okay. So, sniper color, that one stays 32. Scout color becomes 11. Rocketeer color becomes 18. I leave headgear alone. I don't really want different headgears. Gunner becomes 2. Medic stays 29. Engineer becomes 27. Assault becomes 26, and infantry becomes 21. Now, I went with these colors because they're higher contrast and they're a little bit more easy to see on the battlefield, so that's one of the reasons why I picked these. Alright, and then the very last thing, we'll go ahead and save this. Yes. And, go ahead and close you out. You're saved. You're saved. Done. Okay. Is my sweet effects. It's possible my sweet effects are actually still there, but I don't like to take chances, so I go back in here, sweet effects, da-da-da. And I just take all these files from my sweet effects thing there. and I go back. So you go into XEW, binaries, Win32, and you just take all of these, drag, drop, yes, sure. I just want to make sure I don't overwrite that one. Everything else, yeah, overwrite. Yes, 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 yes. You know, everything else, we're going to go ahead and copy and replace. I just wanted to make sure I did not overdo my SweetFX settings. I think these, yeah. Yep, Samsoy. For those of you who are XCOM Redditors, Samsoy occasionally puts up these screenshots. You can always tell his screenshots because they're freaking gorgeous. So I use his settings. I don't know how much of it all comes into the Let's Play videos, but I have recently been messing around with some video settings because I've been noticing some kind of skipping frames in my videos that aren't actually there in the game. So I've been experimenting. My files are now going to be much larger, but the videos should be pretty good. And I'm actually going to go ahead and show you guys a teaser between the old settings and the new settings. Anyway, so hopefully you guys are looking forward to that, looking forward to the next video, and hope you guys enjoyed what you got here. And yeah, so this is Lance, signing off. Have a great day.